Hello guys and welcome. So I saw this comment on a video that got recommended to me where this guy said nourish was better than smite. I mean, it is to an extent. It is better for the general use case of just basically straight up a damage increase, but smite is just as viable because smite can be used against any enemy, and it's especially strong against sentinel enemies, which are weak to radiation. So radiation is also good crowd control because it confuses every enemy and they'll attack each other, so it makes it easier for you to get away scot-free in terms of like not tanking all the damage when they're attacking each other. Also viral, yeah, increases damage, but you cannot proc it on Deimos infested and some other enemies. I think machinery and other like mechanical enemies don't really take the strong benefit of viral is mostly strong against like flesh based enemies, so like infested, Grenier, and I think maybe Corpus, but I feel like Toxin would be a better thing to do against Corpus. So viral, as you can see right here, it gives you damage increase along with energy regen, along with some health and some other stuff. I think yeah, some other stuff. So basically I was just testing viral, but it was increasing the heat of the incarnate weapon I was using, so which is basically what viral does. It increases the elemental damage of other elements. So I was absolutely ripping with the viral on here, so I was already getting nervous for smite, because if nourish is doing this much damage, I didn't have that much hope for smite. So I went to go test it again, but this time I did it with the molt, so you shoot faster and you get the increased status chance from with molt. So as you can see, it's absolutely ripping right now. Doing some more tests. So I go back, right, and think at this time I switched to the other config, or I think I switched weapons mods to do radiation. So I think I unequipped, I think it was the mod that was Toxin 6060 mod, and then I basically equipped radiation by basically combining, I think, thermite rounds. So I was just basically going around looking for the mod, looking for thermite rounds. So then I just slapped it on there, makes radiation. So this is modded radiation, not additive radiation. So modded radiation is when you mod for it. So it basically, like, you're not doing that much damage in radiation because you modded for it. So right here, testing it, absolute dog shit, like radiation. But as soon as it switched to incarnate, it started doing like slightly more damage, but it wasn't that good. So went back, basically took it off, and then I put on, I think it was put back on corrosive, if I'm not sure, or I think I put on more radiation by basically putting radiator rounds on. Yeah, I did that. Okay, so, and then I put on electricity, so the heat can get converted from heat into radiation as well. So I also tested that build. So I went to go test it. I think that one also sucks dog shit. So once I simulate, go back over there, cast Zen for the increased strength, so I can cast my molt. There you go, aim for the head, shoot. Okay, it's slightly doing better, but it's still dog shit. So with nourish, it did more damage because, I mean, viral basically increases all damage types. So viral is better for increasing most damage types. So if you're running like nourish and radiation, it might be viable, but I feel like enemies that don't proc radiation on, it wouldn't be super viable at all. So this time I tested corrosive. I think I switched it to corrosive and then just added radiation on top of it with smite. So I was just deciding what I was going to do right there in that moment. So I was like, okay, I'll just do corrosive. So corrosive heat, basically. So because I had the 2 green shards with armor strip, and basically I was switching to my smite build. So in this build is basically like increased damage plus armor strip basically, so it was just ripping ass. It was on the same damage level, I guess, or slightly less on the same damage level, but I didn't even cast my molts yet, but it was absolutely decimating. Once I cast my molts, it just absolutely started ripping. Yeah, but he was right. His name was vallrium. I don't know if he said that right. Yeah, so try to see, bro. So basically vallrium was saying nourish is better. I mean, yes, he is correct. Nourish is better, but I feel like for the general use cases, I feel like nourish will win. But if you're going against like terrorists or any other enemies, I recommend bringing smite. Smite is like a backup option if you need to have backup damage. So yeah, I guess I was like double testing to make sure. So I was like, yeah, I went back to nourish with I think I went back to double testing, and it was just ripping ass. So yeah, hopefully you found this video informative. I was just testing something I thought was just different to me. I guess there's different ways of seeing how people play. I mean, I try to stretch the bounds of like trying to like make the most Frankenstein builds I can make that actually decimates. So I understand that being able to like make it easier for players to access damage dealing abilities is way easier, but DE don't like us having fun. They will nerf anything that makes the game broken. Like they had to nerf AoE weapons because AoE weapons was absolutely decimating the game, and they put an ammo cap on it. And now I think Nourish might be next in line for a nerf, because they already nerfed Eclipse, so it's only a matter of time before Nourish get hits. Roar is not as strong as it used to be, and there's only augmented abilities left, so like cold, smite, I don't know about toxin, fire, like those basic element abilities that you get with like augmented mods that you can add on top of the abilities. But the thing about electricity is, if you cast electricity and someone's using, like, say for instance they have a weapon, right, and it has toxin on it, and they have electricity on their weapon, and you cast electricity, it's gonna combine with the electricity, and it's just gonna like make their corrosive stronger. But if you have someone that has cold on their weapon and it has a toxic build, it's gonna combine electricity and cold to make magnetic, and you just basically screwing off your teammates, and your teammates will get angry at you. So radiation is better as an additive bonus for everybody, because it just adds radiation on top of whatever damage you're doing. So if you're doing viral heat, you just add radiation onto that, and it would basically give you an increased damage. But if you have like basic elements, it's gonna like mess up people's damage, especially if you're running corrosive heat. So if it proc electricity with the heat, it's with radiation and corrosive. If you have some other element like toxin and radiation for some odd reason or whatever, it's gonna like combine with the toxin to make corrosive. So it's like better not to screw your teammates off. So right here I was just testing it. This is heat and corrosive, and it was absolutely ripping with I don't think Nourish was proccing, but I then tested it with Smite, and I think Smite did slightly better against his Deimos enemies. So I went back and I tested, I think I tested with Smite instead of, and I just kept the corrosive, and I respawned the enemies. And then once I respawned, I just went up, kept some energy, cast my motes, and then just have to proceed to decimate these guys. But yeah, I guess both are viable. Thank you. If you feel that I made any mistakes in this video, you can comment down below. Also, if you like the video, you can like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe. So it's a learning process for me and how I do my videos. I should try to get better at it. So it's just something I do on the side when I'm bored. But yeah, if you disagree with anything, just show me your points of what you disagree with and what you agreed with, and what was your favorite part of the video. Thank you.